quick thing before we get into the video. I want to talk about something I've noticed about myself, and that is the fact that recently, whenever I tried to make a video complaining about things I don't like, I end up not actually posting the video, or maybe not even exporting it. An example is I tried to make a video about me complaining about Princess Peach, and there was also a video I tried to make where it was a part 2 to the things I like video, except I added a little bit of complaining, and I didn't want to export that either. And I even tried to make a video explaining in detail why I hate Player 222 from Squid Games, and I just never felt motivated to post it. And I think it's because since I spent so long surrounded by negative energy. Example, a lot of people complain about certain things. It's something I talked about in my things I like video. I think it's because for years I've already been surrounded by negativity, and there was also the Sun and Moon show rewrite saga, which sucked because I was mainly just really inspired by other people who were rewriting stuff like Miraculous Ladybug and Has-Been Hotel, and I thought I was experienced enough to reimagine it myself, but I ended up making it worse, my opinion, and I think it would have been more better if it was something original. And also the fact that me thinking about all those things sort of made me fall out of love with those things. And I think it's all coming back full circle, where I just don't really I can be absolutely very passionate about hating something, and yet I would not want to really post it. I wouldn't really feel motivated to post the videos at all. Yeah, so I think from now on, I'm just going to be talking about stuff that interests me, things that make me happy, instead of things that make me irritated and things that make me angry. So let's get into the video now. Yellow, it's your friendly neighborhood artist. My name is Kai, and pretty soon I'm going to be 18 in a few days. Hooray! So I thought, why not do a part 2 of the things I like video. And I think, so in my last video, I talked about things I like, but I didn't get into stuff I deeply like. Just sort of stuff that, that flies around in my brain a little bit sometimes. So let's hop right into that, shall we? So we're going to start off with more shows that I like. And one of the big ones is going to have to be My Hero Academia. Now, don't get mad at me, but I only watched two seasons of My Hero Academia. And that's only because, one, Netflix only has 2 seasons on there. And also, I don't know where else to watch it. And also, I don't know if I want to get into the deep stuff yet. I don't know if I want to get into the deep stuff of My Hero Academia. So what are some things I like about My Hero Academia? I love the concept of My Hero Academia. A world full of humans that have these special powers called quirks. It's amazing. I literally made my own OCs. in this universe. I think that My Hero Academia OCs are actually the first ever real OCs that I've ever made. I've heard about My Hero Academia since middle school, but I didn't get deep into it until high school. And I really like it. One of my favorite characters is Bakugo, and one of the things I'm gonna have to say here is that I don't like character. Here's the thing about me. You can't depend on me liking a character by if they're a good person or not. It's by if they're entertaining enough to me. Okay? I like Bakugo. Not in any other weird way, and I'm not saying that anyone who likes Bakugo in any other way is weird. I just really like him because he's the most entertaining character on screen. Compare that to the main character, Izuku Midoriya. I don't hate him, but I don't really like him either. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just sort of about Izuku. I don't know, I'm just sort of about him, but I really love the show. It's just so interesting to me. I have so many OCs. Hold on. I'm gonna talk about my OCs, and editor me is probably gonna put all the pictures of my OCs on the screen when I talk about them. Let's talk about my favorite OC, Tsuyoshi Ito. Tsuyoshi Ito has been here since the beginning of my Hero Academia obsession. So he's also went through many backstories. He's went through very edgy backstories, and also his design was meant to look edgy on purpose. I promise, he was meant to look like that on purpose. So his first few original backstories went from his dad killed his brother, and now he hates his dad, to now is that he actually is the son of a villain who's his dad, who is now deceased, and now he's going to UA, and everyone's so wary about him and doesn't really like him because of who his father was. Next we have Taiyo Ashihai. He has also been here since the very beginning. So his first backstories were that, I guess, he had overprotective parents who looked down on him, saying that he couldn't be a hero and stuff like that, so he decided to go to UA and stuff like that. And I don't think I did much more than that. But in recently, I forgot to talk about Ito's quirk. So Ito's quirk is that he can turn blood into things. He can shape-shift blood, let's just say. I know he can shift blood into anything he wants, basically. Now back to Ashihai. Ashihai is so the thing about him in my current era of My Hero Academia OC's backstories is that he actually has something I call a quirk defect, where he's all sort of like his quirk acts out, sort of. Let's just say, let's reference it to Vanellope Von Sweets from Wreck-It Ralph, let's say. that's the kind of vibe I'm trying to give off. So, so if you know me, I love gays. I love gay men. I love gay characters. So, you know that Aito and Ashahai are dating. Well, at least not at first. I'll probably have to talk about that in another video. So let's get on to, I'm going to talk about one last character, because I don't want the My Hero Academia section to be too long. There's also Emily Hanako. So the thing about Emily is that she's based off of, you know those Emily Makes a My Hero Academia OC videos? She's based off of that. And she's also sort of based on my gripes with Izuku Midoriya, at least in the few first seasons, because I haven't watched anything beyond that, so I can't say that he's like this the entire season, but like, I know Izuku Midoriya is the main character, but like, he just gives too much main character energy to me. Like, they're like sort of the key to everything, is what I'm saying. Hanako thinks that she is the key to solving everything. Her backstory is, she was originally an orphan, and then she was adopted by a pro hero. I think the pro hero is going to be a made-up pro hero. It's going to be a made-up pro hero that I create. And she's easily put into, UA because of her mother. And the thing about her, Hanako is the main character syndrome. Is based off of the main character syndrome. But I still love her, honestly. Hanako thinks that she's the answer to everything, and she, like, even when she's not supposed to, she forces her way into situations. So that's all. We're going to wrap up My Hero Academia, and we're going to move on to another show that I really like, The Amazing Digital Circus. So, I have a bit of a twisty relationship with The Amazing Digital Circus. When the pilot came out, I liked it. This is gonna be a thing with a lot of stuff I like. With a lot of stuff, with big fandoms, I liked the pilot, and then I'm not going to say that people can't like this show, but the fandom sort of like made me not want to like it, because there's just so much. Like, I liked the pilot, and then it was shoved in my face to like it, and it just exhausted me. But eventually I would start to get back into the show. So, you know when I said that it doesn't matter if a character is morally good, what matters is if they're entertaining to me? Yeah, Jax is all of that. Jax is all of that. I love Jax. I liked him in the pilot. I was about him in episode 2 and 3. 4, I was also pretty about. And then we get to 5. Oh! I just got... And I'm sorry. Like, the thing is, I don't justify Jax's actions at all. I don't. Like, I know he's a bad person, and he mistreats everyone, and the other characters deserve to get their... Jax deserves to get his comeuppance, but also, like, he's so entertaining to me, and especially when we get into the deep stuff, is when I love him the most. Episode 6 was definitely my favorite episode, because most of the episode, it's Jax and Pomni getting along, acting like chaotic terrors among the other characters. Like, everything about episode 6 was just amazing. The dynamic between Jax and Pomni, Zubul and Gangle, and then Kinger and Ragatha. Ooh! And then episode 7, when I was watching episode 7, it was crazy. Because, I'm sorry. Because I was seeing, like, literally everyone's theories being confirmed just for the Amazing Digital Circus to be like, nope, nope, we tricked you, forget y'all. And, like, I was so phased, like, especially when Jax, like, all the Jax moments to me, oh, if it I'm sorry, I'm being weird. Especially all the Jax moments, like the moment where he's about to extract and stuff like that. I'm just like, oh. And then there's the moment where he presses the red button, like, ah. Oh my gosh. I just, everything about Jax really, like, ties this show to me. Like, he really makes me love this show. Especially when he's, like, in pain. Especially when he's angsty. Okay, so let's get to other stuff. So, I think I'm going to talk about my favorite music artist, or just artist in general. I really like Yellowcore. Yellowcore is probably one of my few favorite musical artists on anything. Like, they were the reason why I decided that I was going to originally rewrite my original bad FNAF story and turn it into a fantasy, which something I realized sort of that's not the kind of thing that I really want, really. Like, one of my few favorite songs of Yellowcore, I don't know how to say it verbally. Here's my top favorite songs. There's And the Hound, there's Kid and Leverett, there's Herkin, which is the newest song that came out. I just keep listening to it and it's so good. Like, I love to imagine my characters interacting. Like, there's these two characters of mine. Their names are Aries and Everest. And I just keep hearing, like, I keep, like, listening to the song and thinking of them too. And it's just so every song from Yellowcore is a banger. Another song artist is Gigi Perez, and I specifically love her At the Beach album. It's just delicious. I don't know, her songs just give me, like, the vibes that I like to have for my story. One of my few favorite songs from the album specifically is At the Beach, Survivor's Guilt, Crown, which, let me talk about Survivor's Guilt and Crown real quick. Survivor's Guilt is sort of like the intro song to Crown. I didn't realize this until I actually listened to the full song. And it's just, like, for now on, like, I cannot listen to one without the other, okay? I cannot listen to Survivor's Guilt without listening to Crown right after, and I cannot listen to Crown without listening to Survivor's Guilt first. My gosh. There's Chemistry, which is also a bop. Like, I ended up, like, there's a lot of songs in the album that I chose not to listen to. And then when I did, I realized how good they were. Next artist. Ginger Ninja. Oh, whoa. I absolutely love their content. They're just such a great artist. Like, they're the reason, like, their video on Apollo is the reason why it's the reason why I started to get into drawing in my sketchbooks and stuff like that. They're the reason why, like, I strive to be so passionate about my stuff now. Like, they inspire me to want to be carefree about what I draw. And they're just very, like, I watch 3 certain videos. I watched their Apollo introduction video. I watched their Prism reboot sketchbook tour, and then the sequel to that over and over again. I just love them. Another creator is Sleepy Ulu. I think that's how you say it. Sleepy Ulu is... I just stumbled upon them once. My first video was watching the Shiny animatic. And then I, like, during winter break, I just absolutely, like, fell deep in love with the world of High Reef, I think it's what it's called. I just, like, deeply, like, fell in love with this dang story that, like, literally, I'm literally, like, it has everything I would love in a story to keep me. And then there's one girl in there. Well, there's two. Oh my gosh, I didn't expect to get so happy over that. Okay, it's time to calm down. Okay. So, I think the very last thing I want to talk about is a couple OCs that I have. My favorite OCs. So, I'm gonna talk about my first, like, my main favorite OC that I would literally not let them go. 561. 561 has been here for the longest time. They've been my longest living OC. They were, like, all the way since my middle school age. So, I had to give the original backstory of my original character, 561. So, originally 561 was a demon, and I had a thing where I would get inspired off of things and make my own original things. So, is there anyone who used to be in the 2018 FNAF Gacha fandom? Because, so you guys, so if you were, have you ever seen, those videos, like, 2 Birds on a Wire, where Glitch Trap and William Afton, like, it was just sort of like a sob story for the literal murderer of the FNAF franchise, the literal one that caused all the events to happen. The murderer, the man behind Slaughter. Oh no, the man behind the Slaughter. Okay, so there would be a lot of these videos where they would try to, like, people, like, innocently would try to make a very sad backstory for the killer. So I was inspired by that, and I made these two characters. So also context, in these backstories, William Afton was mind controlled by Glitch Trap. Glitch Trap, I was really interested in what Glitch Trap was back in the day. But and so I was like, what if I make characters off of that? And so one of my characters named George was born, and 561, who wasn't even originally called 561, but Devil. I freaking hate the name Devil and stuff like that, because originally they were a demon, and I believe they still are in my original, in my new story, but 561 has went over so many rewrites, it's not even funny. The fact that they were originally called Devil, and then Demon 56, and then Demon 561, and then just 561. The reason, they just stuck with me, okay? I had to have a reason as to why 561 existed. And I finally found a perfect reason. So, 561, in my new world that I'm calling the Fragmented Symphony, I just came up with the name yesterday, and I'm super happy with it. In 561's backstory, they're actually, their whole life, they were stripped away from their original home, and was living as an experiment their whole life. I don't know how to describe it. 561 was an experiment, and eventually they would escape, and I'm gonna continue the context with another character that's related to this. Devin. Devin has also been here. His original name was Devi. Stupid. That's stupid. His original name was Devi, and originally he was the king of heck or something, the prince of the king of heck, I guess, not like Charlie Morningstar, he wasn't at least a demon prince of some sort of royal family. But in recent years, I just made him a regular human being who is super angsty. Who's super angsty because he's sad that he lost his husband left him and took his two kids with him. Don't ask about the logic, okay? Okay, this is my world. My world. Leave me alone. And 561 and Devin, I had to explain their dynamic. They're enemies. More context. Devin actually is a scientist that worked in the secret organization that kept 561 hostage for most of their life, and they're sort of like an enemies to friends thing, except they have an adorable little baby. Where did I explain this? Okay. So, the last character I'm probably going to talk about is my favorite little baby, Ratty/Axel. So, Axel is the son of both 561 and Devin. It's a complicated situation that I'm not going to get into. But 561 and Devin eventually together decide to raise their child. They're not dating or anything because I associate 561 heavily with myself as an arrow ace, and I think 561 not getting into a relationship is fine, honestly. I don't think they would be tied down really to a relationship. Ratty is just like super cute. I don't know how to describe it like that would make you absolutely love him too. But Ratty, he's just a little gremlin baby. He's just like his non-gender Pacific parent, 561. They're both chaotic and they both do silly little things together. Meanwhile, Devin is the one trying to hold everything together. Meanwhile, also trying not to crash out about figuring out the truth about why his husband left him and about his kids. Yeah. So I think that's all I'm going to talk about today. Happy birthday to me. Hopefully I will be posting this on my birthday. Yay. I'm really happy that I was able to ramble about the amount of stuff I was able to ramble about today. It just makes me so happy. Now I'm going to head out. I hope you guys have an amazing day, afternoon, and night, and I'll see you guys around. Goodbye!